The Parent Grandparent Super Visa program is a program by IRCC that has been running for a while now, and it is sort of a proxy for the PGP Parent Grandparent Sponsorship Program. What are the eligibility requirements, how to apply for Parent Grandparent Super Visa, and what are the things you need to consider. We're going to talk about all of this in this video. Parent Grandparent Super Visa is one of the most popular applications amongst Canadian citizens and permanent residents in order to bring their parents to Canada. With the PGP Parent Grandparent Sponsorship Program, slots and numbers being reduced, infrequent draws, and no new intake, Parent Grandparent Super Visa is the next best option for folks who want their parents to come and live in Canada with them. What is the Parent Grandparent Super Visa program? What are the eligibility requirements? How to apply for Parent Grandparent Super Visa? And what are the things you need to consider? We're going to talk about all of this in this video, so stay tuned until the end. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Dhruv. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant at our firm Effizient. We assist all prospective immigrants with their immigration to Canada. If you're an aspirant, you need assistance, here is our contact information. Feel free to contact us and we would be happy to chat with you. If you would like to chat with me or any other RCIC in our firm, please feel free to book an appointment. The link to book an appointment is in the description of this video. Now, talking about the Parent Grandparent Super Visa program, before we go into the details though, let's quickly take a second to answer the comment of the week. This comment comes on our how to apply for Canadian citizenship video. It is a very detailed question, but it serves as a very good example on calculating your physical presence in Canada, especially if you were in Canada as a temporary resident. Now, the question is, say a person was in Canada for 1 year on a study permit, and then they had a 1 year PGWP, out of which 6 months they spent as a PGWP holder, and after the 6 month period they become a permanent resident of Canada. The question boils down to how much of their temporary residence period will count towards physical presence for Canadian citizenship. For every day you spend as a temporary resident, be it on a study permit or a postgraduate work permit, you can count half of that day. So you multiply your days that you spent as a temporary resident with 0.5. In this case, you spent 1 year as a study permit holder and 6 months as a work permit holder. After those 6 months, you became a PR. So in total, you spent 18 months in total as a temporary resident. And hence, if you multiply 18 by 0.5, that comes out to 9 months of physical presence that you can count towards Canadian citizenship. After that, after your PR, that means you have to spend 2 years and 3 months as a PR to complete that 3 year requirement, which includes 2 years and 3 months as a permanent resident and then 9 months as a temporary resident. The credit that you get for being in Canada for 18 months as a temporary resident, you will get 9 months out of it. In total, it will be 3 years, and hence you would be able to apply for citizenship. Now, your understanding over here in this comment is slightly incorrect. You cannot count 1 year of your temporary residence, only 9 months. I hope this helps. Now, guys, going back to the Parent Grandparent Super Visa program, the Parent Grandparent Super Visa program is a program by IRCC that has been running for a while now, and it is sort of a proxy for the PGP Parent Grandparent Sponsorship Program. For a Canadian or permanent resident, they can apply or they can invite their parents on a super visa, and the parents, once approved for super visa, can come and stay with them for 5 years with no extensions, without any other sort of bureaucratic process. Once they're approved for super visa, they can come to Canada and stay in Canada with their kids for up to 5 years. That is the main gist of the Parent Grandparent Super Visa program. It is meant for family reunification without giving the permanent residence tag. However, in terms of the advantages, it's very similar, except of course you won't get the social benefits that come as a part of being a permanent resident of Canada. Now, what are the eligibility requirements? You have to be a Canadian citizen to be able to sponsor your parents or grandparents. You as the sponsor must be 18 years of age or older. You must meet the minimum necessary income. Here on the screen, you can see the minimum necessary income table, and this is based on your family size. So you'll count yourself, your spouse, and the number of folks that you're inviting. So if it's both your parents, in that case, you, your spouse, and two parents, mom and dad would be four people. So you'd have to meet the income requirements for four people, and your annual income should be at least this in the prior year's notice of assessment. Otherwise, you won't be eligible. On top of that, you need to issue a letter of invitation to your parents, inviting them and also promising that you will support them financially when they are in Canada. Now, these are the eligibility requirements for the sponsor. As an applicant, you need to do two main things. One is you'll have to get an insurance from ideally a Canadian insurance provider. Now they have started accepting outside Canada companies as well, but it's very unclear. So it's safer to just go for a Canadian insurance provider. The insurance is a health insurance policy that covers your travel and health in Canada, and it should be for a minimum $100,000 coverage. The 100,000 coverage is per applicant. Secondly, you need to do an immigration medical exam. You can choose to do it upfront before you submit the application, or you can do it after the application is submitted when IRCC requests for a medical exam. With all of this in place, being your insurance, medical exam, invitation letter, and ensuring that the sponsor meets the income requirement and providing adequate proof for this, you're all set to apply for parent grandparent super visa. Keep in mind that the parent grandparent super visa cannot be stamped when inside Canada. So the passport stamping needs to happen outside Canada. So if your parents are inside Canada and you have a PGP application approved, you may not be able to get the passport stamped inside Canada. You'll have to send the passport outside Canada, or the parents may have to travel back in order to get the stamping for the parent grandparent super visa. That's it for the parent grandparent super visa eligibility, the application document requirement and application process. Once the application is done, then you basically wait for the decision. Biometrics are required, so you'll have to do the biometrics. And on top of that, the approval rate for parent grandparent super visa, provided you meet all the eligibility requirements, is pretty good. So if you've had trouble seeking visitor visas in the past for your parents, super visa is an excellent option to consider. That's it for this video, guys. This video was meant to give you a primer on the entire super visa application process. If you are interested in applying for super visa for your parents or for your grandparents and you need assistance for that, feel free to contact us. We would be happy to assist you for this application. Again, if you like this video, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you are notified about any new video that we upload. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.